everything is facts and stats when it's against a woman. But in reality, the facts and stats is saying that regular average men are finding average women. It's not this idea of what these men are keep saying, that you gotta be a certain weight, you gotta be a certain height, you can't have 2.2 children, you better not have a dog, and you better not, like, that's all BS.
Inherently, as humans, we are all transactional, because if you expect reciprocity, that is literally transactional. If people don't do what it is that you expect them to do, you're going to quit the relationship. It's transactional. There's nothing that, once you have terms and expectations, it becomes transactional. Relationships are transactional no matter how you spin it. It doesn't, you can shake your head, but when you break it down to the core of it, it still doesn't change the fact that it's transactional. Because if people don't meet your needs, then you stop outputting. That's period. Otherwise, you're going to be consider yourself being abused.
I was gonna say, Trev saying it's transactional. I don't think that, I agree with that. I don't think that means that it's not other things. Like, it's not obviously like for love, that word transactional, I think people just have a issue with, because it sounds like almost like it's only business and that's it.
Yeah, I understand what Trevor's saying, but that's just like a portion of it. Like that's a portion of relationships and dating. And I understand what Bo was saying. It's like once we get into these online spaces, I don't know when it started. I think it started before Kevin Samuels, but like we start looking at dating from this fucking nerdy way of like, oh, we just calculate this and this, that, and the third, and we just add this together. And it's like, and we start looking at fucking data and statistics about fucking dating. Like, that's fucking weird. I mean, I get it. That's where we at this point in time. But like, like niggas like adding up shit to see their percentage of how they going to like, what we going to end up with a woman and shit. Like, I think it's weird. I do. It might just be the online stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what, Mont? What happens? What happens, Mont, is that when you do that, you are working against the grain, right? You actually fucking the game up right now, because for real, you were giving credence to people with unrealistic, stupid ass expectations. The reason why people bring up these statistics is because people need to understand what is actually happening in reality. Right? And people are saying that, no, it's really not like that. So you bring the data to refute the nonsense. There's noise. There's a whole lot of noise and no fucking signal coming in. And you are perpetuating that bullshit right now.
No, I'm just saying, like niggas, like we have fucking calculators. We tell women to put their weight in and the age of the guy. We're like, well, she has a 0.00007% chance of getting a man. Like, she's supposed to walk around.
A lot of it is necessary, only because it's so easy for people to deny and feel like this is how I feel. I'm gonna go by my feelings. I don't really think so. The only way to refute the nonsense is to come with statistical facts, data, to show that these are the actual outcomes. This is what really happens in real life. And if you don't present it in such a way that's irrefutable, then they're going to keep saying unrealistic, goofy shit. That's all we're trying to do, is bring it down to earth so people can understand. We're trying to come to a language that people do understand. All of us know about data. All of us go by statistics for other things. We're just bringing it there so they can realize it and stop just saying bullshit or this doesn't happen. Because people keep saying that, no, it's not really like that. No, it doesn't happen. So when you bring the data, people just get mad. Like, okay, what can you say to that? How can you refute the data?
I did want to just make a point of what Miss Pearl was saying. I just wanted to agree with her because, it's so many like pointing the fingers, and I see it's like man versus woman and this and that, and it's like people are searching for something. They're searching for validity. They're searching to be loved, whether it's their absent parent involved, not involved, whether it's they didn't get the nurturing love that they wanted at some point, but they're searching for these things, whether it's dad issues or whatever the case is. And instead of actually doing the work, that all of this could be alleviated. All these issues is people would do the work internally, and then, not like somebody's going to fall on your lap. However, someone is going to attract that. Your energy is going to, bring that towards you.
And I think the problem is that everything is facts and stats when it's against a woman. But in reality, the facts and stats is saying that regular average men are finding average women. It's not this idea of what these men are keep saying, that you got to be a certain weight, you got to be a certain height, you can't have 2.2 children, you better not have a dog, and you better not, like, that's all BS. And we just got to be honest with what is happening in the real world. Those facts that we keep trying to make women realize that they're going to have to just go ahead and grab any under average man is just not true. When she get older in age and she ain't gonna be able to find somebody in her age group, it's just not true. This whole idea that if a man finds a woman at 40, he's looking at her that, oh, she doesn't have any value, is ridiculous when we put it in the real world. It only goes with these talking points. And this is why we got to change the mentality. We got to change the culture of how we communicate. If men on this panel are the good men, and they are the ones that are the married men that have been in a relationship for a long time, we cannot be saying the same thing that the remedial rhetoric men are saying. If we are having an issue with the good women are standing too close to the hoes, then the bro's going to have to do the same thing. We cannot be too close to the degenerate men. We cannot say the same thing as degenerate men. And we are the men that's moving with high communicational skills. We cannot be saying the same exact thing as somebody that's going to use those talking points to sleep around on that woman and say, oh, I got options. No, you got a discipline issue. You need to grow up. We cannot now say that this man that want to date only younger women, that he's not immature for his age. It's ridiculous. And I don't understand why we cannot just get men to understand we got to have a culture shift and we want to actually move the community in a different direction.
But everybody has preferences, though. I'm sorry.
I was going to have Boda to expand on the point that she was making. Go ahead, Bo.
The thing that I hear y'all say all the time is men don't think like women. Men don't act like women. Cool. But when a woman is telling you that how you communicate things sounds and feels very dehumanizing, what you do is explain it away instead of saying, oh, I get it. Like, I understand. I already understood the reason y'all did that. Like, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you are to effectively communicate with the opposite sex, you're going to need to understand how we receive things. And if you fight against how we receive things and you just want to do what you want to do, what that means to me as a woman is that what men think is the only thing that matters. How men want to communicate is the only thing that matters. When you talking to your nigga friends, say what you want to say. When you're talking to women about women, you communicate in the way that they receive it. And if I'm telling you how we receive things, and you just tell me, well, this is what we mean, I don't give a fuck what you mean. It's how it makes me feel. And if that don't matter, just say that. Just say it. Just say what men think is the only thing that matters. What men understand is the only thing that matters. You as a woman need to understand what I am saying and how I feel. And you need to learn how to communicate with us. You take what we give you, because that's what y'all just did. After I said what I said, that's what y'all did. You explained it away instead of being like, okay, I understand that. I can communicate that differently. No, y'all gonna still say what you want to say. That's why I was like, I mean, if you want to do that, do it. That's cool. I didn't need the explanation, if I'm being honest, if you were just going to do the things that you're going to do. But as a woman, I thought that it was fair that I communicate, hey, we see that as dehumanizing. We feel like someone that you can just pay money for when you say stuff like that. And then I just heard excuses and I didn't hear nothing. You know what? You right. No. So that does communicate to me that the only thing that matters is that women are here to learn what men want. Men are here to learn what men want. What women want doesn't fucking matter. Learn to be a wife. Learn to be a feminine woman. Learn to do what we want you to do. And as for us, shut your ass up. Go be feminine. That's what I hear. And it's disheartening. It's discouraging. It's why I took a break. Because y'all really don't give a fuck about what we say. But that's all. That's it.